Hello and welcome back to my channel, my beautiful and inquisitive soul family. For those who are new here, my name is Lydia and I am the Witch of Multirealms. Every week, once a week, I share content that talks about consciousness, awareness, development of self and soul, transformation, as well as other supernatural, metaphysical, esoterical subjects that I am being guided to share. And today, it's gonna be a little bit different. Why am I saying so? So for the past few days, I was constantly getting the feedback from Spirit that seventh month Hungry Ghost Festival is here, and I felt like I have to talk about something in this area and share this with the collective. Actually, not even the most of the collective, but to some individuals who might need to hear this. And I was in a sort of paralysis analysis regarding how I should share this message. So there's that bit about myself trying to be perfect and coming up with a script that, I don't know, makes sense. So I was delaying. I was really stalling trying to make this video or not make this video. And then I was receiving very strong messages from Spirit yesterday and today that Spirit was just saying, just do it. Don't have to be perfect. Just go with it. Just channel it. And so that felt a bit strange because Spirit wants me to just channel this message to the collective and to some individuals in the collective. And I felt, okay, I've never done this before, to channel a message with the camera facing me. And like I said, it's the part in me that wants to, have my script all lined up, to know what I have to say. Anyway, Spirit was like, just one take and just go and just say what you have to say. So, okay, fine. I've never done it before, but I'm going to try, right? So, before I lose you guys on the subject, this is about the current Hungry Ghost Festival that's happening in Asia, in Singapore. Okay, I don't know about the other parts of the world where there are Chinese and Asians, how they are doing this. But in Singapore, and as a local Singaporean, I have grown up in a mixed Taoist and Buddhist sort of family. I've seen my fair share of how the 7th month Hungry Ghost Festival is, the festivities are being carried out. And so I'm just going to share a little bit of background. The 7th month, lunar month, which is also this period which we identify as the Hungry Ghost Festival, usually occurs around the August to September of the Roman calendar, because it's the 7th month in the lunar calendar. And so as months go, you think about it as 30 days, but usually the height of the activities and celebration builds up towards the 15th day of the month, of the lunar month. And I believe, so this festivity has begun on the 4th of August. And so apparently the 15th day of the month where the height of the festivity is going to be is the 18th of August. So I used to just participate together with my family as I was growing up, because like I said, we are, my parents, my grandparents, and the rest of my family, the elders are all sort of like a mix of Buddhist and Taoist, and they still are. But I think right now the activities that they have amongst them with regards to this month is a lot less compared to back then, because when my grandma was around and when my grandparents were around, there was definitely a lot more of this traditional festivities and celebration and activities. Okay, so what is this festival all about when we say Hungry Ghost Festival? There is a belief that the gates of hell, so there is this king of hell, known as Yan Luo Wang. He's like the Hades in the pantheon of Chinese deities. So the pantheon of Chinese deities is also very similar to the Egyptian pantheon, to the Greek pantheon. So there's definitely similarities there. Okay, as you know, different cultures may be spread out across the world. The way people perceive elemental force of nature and the powers of what surrounds them, which is life and death, sickness, health, abundance, all that stuff, birth and death, were woven into mythology, folklore, and thus the source of inspiration and energy gives birth to what we know as deities. And so anyway, Yan Luo Wang, who is Hades in the Chinese pantheon of gods, is like the Hades in Greek mythology. He governs the underworld. And so during this period, what the Chinese believed, what the Taoists believe, is that the gates of hell will open and the spirits of their dear ones will come out and roam the lands, also called return to where they were from, and in spirit, in ghost form, and I put air quotes, I'll explain a bit, in ghost form, visit their family, visit their loved ones. Basically, there will be a huge abundance of spirits roaming earth, and that is the belief. I don't want to go too deep into this subject because actually that's not what today's episode is about. If you want to know more about Hungry Ghost Festival and the whole thing about the 7th lunar month, please feel free to Google. There's plenty of information online and plenty of other YouTubers who talk about it in details. So I won't, spend time on that. I just want you all to know that most people who practice the traditional Taoist or Chinese way of worshipping deities and the festivities are in the general belief that now, more than usual, during this month, there is an abundance of free roaming spirits doing their thing, whether it's feasting, celebrating, having fun, meeting with the people their loved ones when they were alive, like basically visiting friends and family. Sort of like, basically they are like in full activity here. Which brings me to the point that what Spirit wants me to share is that there might be some individuals who are extra sensitive to the activities that happen during this period, or the spiritual activities that happen during this period. This might lead to some these individuals feeling particularly unprotected, insecure. They might feel like they're under some form of spiritual or psychic attack, or open to spiritual and psychic attack. Might see things. They might think they will see things. They might think that if they go, one of the common beliefs is if they go home too late, or if they hang out too late doing whatever they do, chances are they might run into some unsavory visions, like a spirit, a ghost, anything of that sort, and or going to places that are abandoned, dark, whatsoever, might basically, almost as though there is this majority belief that this month we are more exposed to spiritual attacks or spiritual visions. So here is the message that Spirit wants me to share. And when I say spirit, it's also not like my higher self. It's not just my guardian spirit. This is the collective consciousness, the collective spirit. And so it's not, basically that's why this message is meant for some out there who are intending to hear this message. All right, Spirit says do this in one shot and not worry about it and just channel it. So I'm going to, for the first time, channel message directly from spirit, not having to do my script and whatsoever, I might, in order to not be too in my head about how I look, what I say, what have I said, or do I look funny, I might close my eyes at some point, because it's just my way to focus on what I'm hearing when I channel. Okay, so here goes. Spirits are all around us, always. And they are always there. It's just a different plane that you do not see if you have not honed in that skill to see. Not everyone has their third eye wide open. In fact, more people do not have it that open because there's no intention to see. And the intention to see comes from the idea that you have of yourself, of what you can see or what you cannot see. So that's it. If you normally do not see spirits or ghosts or demons or any entities that are not meant to come into your vision, you just won't get the chance to be in contact with them or interaction with them. But the idea of the 7th month festival already kickstart a form of idea in you which can give you this sort of manifestation. You see, it is all about energy and vibrations. If you never thought you have your third eye open and you have always led your life without getting extra special vision of any sort, and of course, if you never intended to catch sight or come into contact with any spirits, you clearly don't think about it. But if just because we are entering this month, where everybody talks about the Hungry Ghost Month, where everybody gives this preemptive sense that if you are going to see something because somebody might be low on luck, somebody might have stayed out too late, or you simply might bump into some objects that you shouldn't, and then that causes you to be cursed and see something. If you buy into these ideas and you allow these ideas to affect your energy, you will then see things that you shouldn't or you don't want to. If you are gifted or you feel that you are gifted with clairvoyance, if you have always had the ability to see spirits when you were young, but it scares you, please know that you have free will. A gift is a gift given to you, but of course you have free will to accept or not accept the gift. If you don't want to get into any contact with spirits, you can pray upon it or request with your ancestors and your spiritual guides to close this door for you. And of course, again, your energy and your vibration says a lot to bring in what you experience. You must believe in your own sovereign power that you have the free right to encounter or not have an encounter with a spirit. There is nothing, no one that can force it upon you. Which brings us to this other point. For those who are actively in a religion, who participate in the worship and the activities of the 7th month Hungry Ghost Festival, it may be your way of remembering and paying respects to your loved ones. And of course, if you also participate in making offerings to the King of Hell and his assistants, that is also your way of paying respect to the forces of the cosmos, which is all fine and good. But please be sure to yourself, please understand that you have to participate in a way that does not give up your own power and rights. You have your own light. You have your own source of power. Nobody, no other spirits, no other entities have power over you. So, when you make any devotion or worship to any spirits or entities, do it from a place of remembrance and gratitude, not from a place of lack or fear. And that will ensure that you maintain your energetic field that comes from your own soul and your essence, which is the shield that naturally protects you. And last but not least, there are many forms of worship activities that happen in different places of worship with regards to this festival. Some will do it from their home, like I mentioned, in a place of remembering their ancestors. And some will do it in the places of worship like a temple. And there is a lot more revelry and crowd and a mix of heightened energies. And so if you are participating from that place, also be very mindful that you keep your own energetic field and aura and vibration high. You decide where you take your frequency. In many ways, you are allowing yourself to be exposed and mixing around with others' energies. And if you choose to do that, make sure that you keep your own frequency high. And be discerning of what you perceive. Don't take everything as it comes. Your guardian spirits are always there to protect you, and they don't give up on protecting you. However, if it is you who might relinquish that source of protection from them, if you decide on your own that you are weaker or smaller in terms of your own power and your own right, your sovereign right, the key essence of having festivals like these is so that people can have more time of dedication in a year to remember their deceased loved ones. What a lot of people do not know is that time passes, wounds heal, and grieving also subsides. Grieving turns into remembrance. And so let this be an act of remembrance rather than an act to dredge up sad feelings. Because again, that might lead you into a place of lack or fear or insecurity or even desperation, which can call in entities, negative entities or malicious negative energies that can latch on to your own manifestation of what you fear you might see, what you fear you might sense or come into. And so this is all I have for you. And this may not apply to many of you who are watching, especially if you are not Chinese and you don't practice this sort of in this sort of activities. But for those who find this relevant and is a familiar topic to you, I hope this helps. I hope this helps. And yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to cut this because I'm being told I shouldn't. I'm just going to send it forward as it should. And again, I do hope this message helps with whoever needs to receive. At this day and age, you know, I don't know many people who are still very, who still practice this, heavily practice the 7-month Hungry Ghost Festival. Especially from where I'm staying, which is the CBD area, where there are a lot more people working in offices and there are also more expats living in this area. clearly, I don't see a lot of the burning of joss sticks, incense, candles, and the burning of joss papers, which is all part and parcel of the giving and offering to the spirits. So let me remind everyone, spirits are always here. They don't get, there are no like suddenly more spirits or less spirits. They are always here. They are actually around us. It's just that we are on a different frequency plane of existence as them, and we do not visualize or perceive them. Especially if you're not a spiritual practitioner and you do not deliberately tap into those energies or calibrate yourself to be on the same frequency as to come into contact with a spirit or any other entities. So in many ways, like if you live a normal life, if you are a normal person, if you have never seen a spirit or ghost, okay, then now you won't. You just won't. So don't purposely wish upon it's like unintentionally wish upon seeing one just because you are fearing so much of what's going to happen during this period of the year. You know, this Hungry Ghost Festival that we have is in many ways the veil between this realm and the spiritual realm thins, and it's not thinning for everyone. It only thins when you want it to thin. And that thinning of the veil happens when you tune into the energy, right? So just like Halloween in the European part of the world, why Chinese people who never celebrate, or like, Asians like us, Asians, Southeast Asians, when we don't really celebrate Halloween, and if we are in Europe, even if Halloween is happening, do you hear us going around saying, oh shit, I'm afraid I might bump into a ghost? No, because it's what's in the head. It's the knowledge. The knowledge of it makes you think about it, and then when you think about it, you open up that energy to it. I hope this is easily understood, and I think that's all. I don't think there's anything else. If you have questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll try my best to answer. I don't know. I just feel a little bit strange because I never really script and I felt like, have I said anything? Have I said everything I should? I'm not sure. But anyways, that's just me being paranoid. All right, thanks everyone. This is all I have for you today. I hope this helps in some way, especially to some of you. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.